I've always worked. I've worked from even because I lived with my mother. So when Sandy was born, she was about 4 or 5 months old. I went out to work, so that helped more money to come in. So mother and I benefited by that. So Bill Dean's army pay wasn't much, and I used to give mother half of what practically half of what I earned, because she didn't get much. 10 shillings pension. And he was called up when he was 19, and he went into the bomb disposal and Royal Engineers, then on to the bomb disposal. I was courting and married. I didn't have my eldest daughter for 14 years, so I had a good time, really. Good free time.
Good.
You know.
It's important.
But I got myself into a career.
Which was?
Well, after I got out of the munitions, which I had to do, I went down to London. Bill was billeted there. Bill was billeted in Haywards Heath. I went down there for a while and stayed with a farmer and his wife, where he was billeted there as well, and there was a whole house full of soldiers there. And then of course he got shipped abroad, and I stayed down in Haywards Heath, and I went to work in a place in the middle of a farm, making munitions, what do we do? We made bullets, but the bullets that you made, they had to be perfect. At one time I made a mistake, and quite a few were wrong. So what did I do? I buried them in the ground. Didn't want anybody to see them, so I buried them in the ground, because the bullet had to be absolutely smooth. Oh, and then later on I went on to the bombs were about that big. Whatever they were full of, I don't know. And then TNT went in the top, and the TNT had to be perfect. I started to worry, because I thought, if I don't do this right, just going to fire back on the soldier or whoever's there. It was making me ill, so I had to go and see one of the managers or bosses of that. I said, I worry, because I'm frightened in case I haven't done the TNT properly. I said, and it's getting me down. So they released me. But I still had to find war work. So from there, I went to, after a job where they were making capes for the soldiers and that. I applied there, and they said, no, we can't take you on. Don't know how to say this, because I don't want to feel as if I'm showing off, but I was always dressed perfectly. Even though I didn't have a lot of money, always dressed, and my hair was always spot on. And I went there, and I said, I can't cope, I said, because I'm lying awake at night, because I'm not sure if I put the TNT properly. So I got out of there, and they sent me to do capes or something. Now then they sent me to Tate & Lyle's, the sugar, to go upstairs in the sugar room or hot room or something. And when I went there, I didn't get taken on again. She said, they'll eat you for breakfast, because they're all Tate & Lyle girls down in the dockway, you know. And I was this little prim and proper thing. And so I said, well, what am I going to do? So you wrote on the back, you know. She said to me, the best thing you can do is go and work in a canteen. I packed that job in, and then I went back to it and back to some friends, and lived in London, off the Kilburn High Road in London. And I went to work for the Ministry of Information